Hey, it's Mark Sumter. Welcome to my blog, Mark's Millionaire Challenge. And today was a day of kind of highs and lows. I was excited. I had 3 appointments scheduled for today. Through the appointment center that I had, I've got 3 or 4 scheduled for tomorrow, and about 6 of them for next week. But this morning I was hit with a curve from my appointment center, and very early this morning, he sent me an email. An email said that we needed to talk. It was important. So I called him, and he basically said to me that he wanted me to double his hourly wage from $10 to $20, and that he wanted me to pay him per appointment that he set for me. And so I was instantly, taken back by that, and quite frankly, I wasn't prepared for it, did not know what to say. So after thinking about it for a second, I said, well, what brought this on? And then it kind of came to me that, I think this guy was setting me up to show me how good he was. He gave me, a taste of the Kool-Aid, and then he threw, the curveball, saying if he wanted me to, if I wanted him to continue, then I would have to pay these extra fees. Well, as I told you, I intend to build this business from scratch, using the funds that I was able to get from the first couple of appointments and nothing else. And so I elected to part ways with him simply because that would have chewed up a lot of money, and as we both know, no appointment is guaranteed, especially with the luck that I had today. So with that said, I'll be looking for a new appointment center. I'll be hitting up Craigslist again. I'll probably do something that my good friend Daniel has mentioned that he's done. He's on the Odesk to find someone. And so I know I will. But, it also goes back to, before I talk about what happened today, it also goes back to, what I said in my very first video, and that is, that there needs to be multiple, marketing funnels, multiple strategies to get people into your funnel. And so, I intend to go back to that. Because under the current circumstances, I just did not have the time, to do that. There's a prep time before you go meet with a client, and having 3 today was a lot, and quite frankly, I'm not looking forward to doing 4 tomorrow. But, I'm going to soldier through them, and I'm going to knock them out as if each one was my very first one. And so I'm going to do that. So going back to today, I had 3 appointments today, and one of them, which was my very first one, was with a jeweler. He's very excited, about doing some business. He told me he was 90% sure he wanted to go forward. He knew he needed these things. He knew he needed to spend money on marketing. Some pluses to that is his good friend, who's in a city about 3 hours away, is already doing these things, and he's got a pretty successful business, so he knows he needs to do them. The flip side of that, the skeptic in me says, that there's a chance he might not do anything. And in having a conversation with John Spangler, he told me, that if you don't leave with a check right then and there, then your chances of getting one drops to about 40%. And I was quite surprised when he told me that. But then after thinking about it, he's probably right, because they have an opportunity to talk themselves out of why they should be spending money. And so, we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. The second person I was supposed to meet with today, which was a hair salon, and quite frankly, in my past experiences, I've never had good luck with hair salons. But I went and met with the owner. And immediately upon sitting down with her, she told me that she only had a half hour and that she had a hair appointment coming in. And so, quite frankly, I just isn't enough time to build a rapport through the interview process and ultimately, structure stuff with them. They had one computer in there. That computer is used for scheduling, and it just wasn't a very busy place. And so, while I read John's post about you never know who has money and who doesn't, I agree with that because I've already run into that already. I just wasn't a good feeling with her and that she'd be open, to doing anything of the sort. And so left that one knowing that that was not going to be anything. And then I went to my last appointment, which was an accountant. I was kind of excited about him. Went in, met with him, but immediately he shied away from the interview and wanted to know how he could fix his own website. And so I had to sort of bypass the rapport building with him and try and do some other, and I guess take the conversation where he wanted to go. And so I did that. And he's an older gentleman, and he understands the importance of it. Has been approached by many companies who offer these services, and he said he's been bitten a couple of times, and so he was overly cautious about moving forward with anything. But he liked what I had to say. He liked how I presented stuff. He liked my knowledge. He liked all the free advice that I gave him. Unfortunately, it took 3 hours, to do this because the guy's a talker. And my God, when you run across a talker, you better control that conversation. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself just sitting there. And I did. And hell, it gave me a headache. And I don't know. Anyway, so same thing. This guy is very interested. Wants, he's an accountant. Okay, so he's very meticulous, and he wants to see numbers on paper. The hell with, this is my platinum package, and this is what it consists of. He needs it on paper. And so, following, John's advice, which I knew was a good idea, not taking a laptop in, any of those things, I didn't do that. We do have a secondary meeting next week where I'm going to sit down with him, and I'm going to lay out the numbers. And so, that's the plan. And if you're wondering, no, I did not wear my Tribe Call Quest t-shirt on my appointments today. I was dressed appropriately, so no, that's not the reason why I didn't come home with any cash. And so, anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow's a full day. The weekend, I'm going to really work on setting up those, those other streams, to get folks into my marketing funnel and work on just building the business. And so I'm going to do that through a mobile web, set up some stuff through there. I did buy WSO that was a plugin that allows you to create some SEO reports and send those out to clients. I'm going to do that and see what and use those two things, adding those as funnels as well, and kind of see what happens. I'm going to also I think I'm going to join a mastermind group tonight. Got an email about one. I think his last name is Urban, something like that. And I'm going to go back and, hell, it's $7 a month, hell, that's a WSO. And seems like it's going to be a pretty good group, so I think I'm going to try and become a member and, maybe get some ideas on that. And then at some point I'm going to call Spangler, cry to him about not closing anybody today. And that's it. So that's it for today. I'll clue you in on what happens in tomorrow's video. Have a good night, and see you later. Bye.